Is there any takeaways from, it's not from my ego, is there any takeaways from my game that you thought, oh wow, that would be great if I could learn a piece of that or a part of that? Or
I love your serve. I feel like this sounds kind of stupid to say, but like my kind of game is similar to yours, and it just not in like just in the fact that like you're more forehand dominant, and like I can see you wanting to do different stuff with your backhand, different creativity, that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of like that too. I don't have a like super like elbow like Concha or whatever where I'm always in position. So that's one thing I should probably work on a lot more. It's hard.
Yeah, so even though the level is different, that doesn't mean you cannot resonate. Okay? It's like I can resonate to a lot of players when I wasn't close to them, like Michael Mays or the old ones, like Reese O'Mean, who's known by the greatest forehand of all time, or maybe Shu Shing. And I know my level was close, not even now for that matter. I was like, I kind of feel like I'm like that, but just like, as I once, I understand the feeling. In terms of, because we might go a little bit longer also, if you want, but I like to talk a little bit also. So in terms of when it comes to improving, for you, you also, so in a sense where, if I'm going to give you some advice, if I give advice like some things like, receive and certainly can work on when I'm not here. Because some things, let's say if you want, I wish I had, let's say I want to have your forehand footwork. I also worked on that for like 20 years,
so great.
I appreciate it. So it doesn't make sense if, you're just going to do this for 20 years and 6 hours a day or whatever, So in terms of, when it comes to serve, so the best way for you to, in a sense, improve like rather quickly, is that not only creativity in serve doesn't necessarily mean like the amount of spin. It can also be like the placement, or it can, especially like the placement, like that, or the speed for that matter. So if you have like the creativity, like different kinds of variation of spin, like you have the pendulum serve or the hook serve that you can make the ball spin both ways. And then you focus a lot about, where you place the ball. Same thing when you lift your forehand. So for example, the reason why my forehand can also be good, sure, it's a lot of power a lot of times, but it's very deceiving. You can't tell where I'm going to play that forehand. Because I can play really deep, I can play it anywhere, no matter where I stand. And not to like brag about myself, but it's more in the sense where if you want to feel like you can beat anybody you play, you always want to feel like you have something that they don't, for that matter. So you can also feel like you challenge someone. You have, I have a couple of things that he doesn't have, and how can I get to that point when I play? And a lot of things when you play, a lot of things are in your head. Because you don't get the same pressure when you play with your friends, or you do a private lesson. When you play competition, you pay the fee, you show up, and if you lose, you don't get to play with the best players or whatever, and so on. So for now, we can just warm up, and then we can work a lot on receiving and serve. Like that. But Jeff, are you born and raised in Arizona?
No, I've been all over. I was born in St. Louis, but then my dad moved us to Houston, Texas for a little while, and then me and a friend on our own I moved up to Seattle, Washington, and then he actually got transferred to California. I moved back to California with him for a while. So I've been all over.
Oh wow, okay. With the forehand in general, I want to make sure it's like slow on the way back and then significantly faster on the way in. So the thing is that I was told by a coach, I'm sure maybe someone else told me as well, but I was told, I have to be fast, so I have to pull back even faster. What happens when you pull back fast is that your arm is basically heavier than if you would just, go back slow, you understand? So when you go back too fast, it's hard to be really quick on the way in, and it's also building up a lot of tension. So you also want to slow, quick. So you can see here, so you want to tell, like, because I saw something when you loop, you pull back, you wait, and then you go in. So it's almost like it's two motions. You want to have 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'll just show you. So you block my backhand, and you see here, 1, 2. See here. So it's big instead of that you go back too fast and then wait and then go in. So we just try to give you some move the ball.
I do the same thing on my golf swing.
Oh really? Back, slow and quick in. Back slow and quick in. Back slow and quick in. Yes, back slow. Yes. Back slow and quick in. Back slow and quick in. Yeah, there you go. Sound is better. So then you get the sound like a spin on the ball. You always want to focus on, in general, they always have a good amount of spin on the ball in general. Because even if you play really hard, when there's so much topspin, the ball always want to come down. If you only play with speed, it has to be quite perfect in that sense. So even when I play tough, I still have spin in the ball. So I want the ball to come down as soon as possible. We can do you can do a couple more forms to warm up, and then we go to back.
Okay.
Slow and quick. Slow and quick. I'm gonna move you a little bit also. Ready. Slow and quick. Slow and quick. Slow and quick. Yes. A little bit loose in the arm also, so you can be quick on the way in. Loose and quick. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Good. Nice. Good sound. Good spin. What are you playing with?
Harimoto ZLC and 190.
Oh, I always play all my team both.
I was wondering if you were sponsored by Jewel or something.
Yeah, before I had some. I mean, I used to be sponsored by them a long time ago because I had like a lot of free stuff as well. But I used to be sponsored by Sega as well when I was younger. But the thing is, when I came to America, I didn't have the sponsorship because I had stopped for such a long time. And then when I tried like the Spotify, if I'm still going to pay for it, I was like, okay, I try Spotify. Okay, if I'm going to pay for it, there's no way I'm going to get it cheaper. If I'm going to pay, I might as well pay with the best material.
Right.
Yes, we can do some backhand now.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's broken. Make sure you're sitting through fast when you go out. Okay.
If you're slow, it's fine to try to find a free ring, but you're playing with spin regardless. So if you go slow out and also back, like way back, which you should, but the reason I'm going to be faster on the way out is because if you're always slow, after like second or the third time, you're gonna mess up the time. And then you're gonna maybe hit here on the edge, and you're gonna end up hitting maybe here. So you always want to be slow. So I'm just gonna show you one time. So you can just block back into my backhand. You see how quick I am? So quick. You see? So quick, like that. You don't need to play that tough, but what I want to see is like slow, quick. So a little bit more speed on the way out.
Okay.
And then you're gonna feel like you have more time on the section.
More acceleration. Okay.
So faster on the way out, slow, quick. Slow, yeah. Slow, slow, quick. Slow, slow, slow. Whoa. So quick. So quick. So quick. And so. Yes. Yeah, that's better. Good. And you save a lot of time also. We can do a couple more, then we can start.
Okay.
You see, this is way better. Good. So you see, now you have 3-4, and the timing is always good there. That's good. Yes. A couple more. Wrist. Yes, there we go.
Okay.
You want to go direct to, you said serve, receive, that was pretty much it, right? Anything else besides that?
I just feel like my backhand is weak in the game. Like I cheat and just like, I always cheat and like just go straight to trying to do a forehand, and then my opponent will hit the ball like deep into my elbow or backhand, and I make a weak return and they can easily kill it or whatever.
I see. So in terms of backhand, is it that you feel an issue on the underspin or topspin, or just everything in general? Or is it like the transitions?
Everything.
Everything. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you text Josh?
Yeah.
You sold the copy.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of backhand, it's much easier to get a decent forehand and a decent backhand.
Yeah.
Your backhand so much with wrist
Right,
and it's
right.
hard to keep track of that. The reason why it could be tough for you backhand sometimes because here's the middle of the ball, and a lot of times you just like if you're right above it every time, if you do a lot of topspin,
Right.
it's tough to get good grip on the ball.
Yeah.
And you want to be a little on the left side of the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
That's where you can get like the crazy amount of grip.
Right.
Because when you play forehand, you don't play forehand like this. You're a little bit angled,
Right,
right?
right.
So you want to replicate that with the backhand
Right.
a lot of times.
And I felt that,
Yeah.
just not good. No, I'm not consistent with it.
Yeah. So we can just try a couple of times with the backhand. Is that if I'm gonna show you to hit on the left side of the ball for you, for me it's the right because I'm a lefty.
Right.
So if you block my backhand and you see like how, so yeah, if you just block my backhand and you see I'm gonna be here. You see, so I'm not completely. You see above the ball. I want to be. You see, then I get better pressure on the ball. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
More on the side.
Yeah. So you try to be, on the ball, you see a little bit angry with the racket, a little more here.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're looking more here, you can grab it here. Okay. Yes. We're gonna try it a couple of times. Then we're gonna go to a little bit of receiving.
Okay.
Yes. Angle on the left side. Yes. Band and quick. Band and in front. Band. Yes. Band and quick. Yes. Band. Left side. Left side. Yes. So in terms of like having on that left side, for you, is that when you prepare, you wanna make sure this part is a little bit higher than your than the shaft is a little bit higher than
Yeah.
You start here. And then you can be on left side because it's impossible on the left side if you're gonna be here.
Completely
Yes,
fine,
yes, yeah. So yes, you want to bring it down a little bit. And then try
So
again.
more like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Bring it down. Yes. Yes. Nice. Nice. Okay. Nice. And then front. Then. So yes. And the second thing now to make it a little more consistent is that shoulder doesn't move.
Okay.
You keep it steady, and you make sure it's only forearm and wrist.
Right.
So if you're far out, sometimes you want to go crazy. Okay, then it's maybe a little bit more. But in general, close to table, this is all it takes.
Yes.
So you try to make sure this part doesn't move. It's only this part. Yes. So bam. You see here? Bam. Okay. Try. Yes. Steady shoulder. Yes. Steady shoulder. Steady shoulder. The wrist goes with the ball. Guide the ball with the wrist. Yes. Guide the ball with the wrist. Ball. Yes. Okay. Steady. So the other thing. So I know
My shoulder flies out a lot.
Yeah.
That's what gives me trouble in like multi-ball and stuff.
I understand. So the other thing is also in terms of the backhand is that your upper body, you need to make sure you're forward the core so you can feel like in your abdomen.
Right.
And then you have way more stability, so it's not too much here.
Right.
The shin always has to stay down.
Okay.
Every single time when you play. Yes. So make sure you force, you feel the core here, and then steady shoulder. Yes, steady shoulder, core, and core. Good. Cut. Good. Good. Move a little bit. Yes. Steady core. Steady forward with the body. Put the weight forward. Yeah, okay, that's better. Good. Nice.
Okay.
So in terms of you said receiving, so is it that you have problem with when a lefty makes a pendulum serve your forehand or what?
Well, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're serving like side under, wide to the forehand.
I see.
But I can loop that sometimes. But no, I mean backhand, like serving in my backhand or
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Is it all types or any specific that you want to help with first, or?
What do you think?
Because otherwise I can just do a multiple serves, like short one first, and I'll see what you're doing and like that, and then
Okay.
work from there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
If I go back to being 7, I'll learn how to play like you.
Sorry?
When I go back to being 7 years old, I learned how to play like you.
No, so if you talk about creativity, it's also, of course it's nice, you know, have maybe like a good team or whatnot.
Right.
But if you would look on a lot of European players in general, a lot of players play very unconventional.
Yeah.
There's a weird stuff with
Yeah.
chop block and
Yeah.
these things. And that changes the rhythm of the game completely. So even if you feel like you're improving your technique, the other thing is that doesn't necessarily mean you're better in match.
Right.
And if you have a lot of creativity stuff and you give that ball, let's say they give that ball back to you, whatever you've done prior to that shot,
Yeah.
like to their shot, then you get a different kind of rhythm and then you get to practice that also.
Yeah.
And then in some sense you get better with like locating the timing and all and other things. So it's in a sense where even if we can work on back, you can be better. As long as you can get the touch and timing, that's what matters the most.
Right.
Like that's the first part.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to technique, yeah, that comes second in my opinion. If you understand like timing and touch and spin orientation, how the ball spins and how to grab it, then everything else is much easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
One tendency I do have, like in a rally or whatever, if I get jammed up in my backhand,
Yeah.
I do this little strawberry thing.
Yeah.
Not like yours because you're doing it like properly, where you're lifting up or whatever. But it's just kind of spin. It changes the direction of the ball. And
yeah.
some
But
people
it's
tell me, don't lose that. Keep that
Yeah,
stroke
yeah.
or whatever.
So you want to have those things. I mean, I do all kinds of weird shots like that. So a lot of things I do is not very textbook also, for that matter. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna see your receipts a little bit. I'm gonna serve all over table. Okay, so in terms of forehand, you're actually, I think you're kind of fine like with backhand compared to forehand receiving. The reason for that is because with backhand receiving, you're always like naturally in front of the body. Right?
Yeah.
When people try to replicate that with a forehand, they go outside the body, so that you have no balance here anymore.
Okay, yeah.
So what you need to do is that whenever you receive, you have to make sure that your right leg is within your arm. Here. So then you lean forward, then you have the stability. Here is really hard to control. That's kind of like if you want to receive with your backhand, but you receive like this.
Yeah.
It's really tough to make something good out of it like this. So in terms of receiving with the forehand, make sure that right leg first, and this is always within. Then you have all this control when you're leaning forward and the balance. So instead of this.
Yeah.
So when you do, the reason why it's tough when you get the wide one is because you're not reaching necessarily with your body or with your leg. You just go in here,
Yeah.
and then you have no timing or touch, whatever. But if you do the right leg, and then you see I'm much closer. You see,
Yeah.
I'm within the right leg.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Matt has said that to me before as well. I guess like when it's wide over there, maybe I subconsciously just want to reach because I
Yeah.
know I have to come back there.
Yeah.
So,
So the thing is that when you do step in with your right leg, you can just press back and do back quick here also.
Right.
So as long as you practice on that, and then you're back quick, and then
Okay.
you'll be fine. So that's right. Just within the right leg. Yeah, now the receipts are better. Good. Now, right leg. So when it comes in terms of feeling, so I'm just gonna, if you just give me like a short understanding forehand, and you look at the quality of my receive, so you're gonna see here. Sorry, one more.
over there.
Yeah, no worries. See, so it's a lot of spin.
Yeah.
And I can make it, my motion is really short. See, here, yeah. So you wanna start in the front, here, so you don't go too much like this. And the other thing, when I talk about timing, you take the ball somewhat late.
Yeah.
And that's fine sometimes if your feeling is good. If you don't have that feeling, then the ball doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
So a solution for this one is take a little bit earlier and a little bit shorter and quicker on impact.
Right. Okay.
Try that. Just go through the ball. Yes, that's the one. Good. Find the timing. Good, go through the ball with the wrist, yes. And quick wrist, yes. Okay. And the other thing is,
My timing on those is a little off.
so trust me, it takes time. What I'm looking for is like 1 out of 10, that's good. it's a little bit, regardless if it's the right choice or not, or if it is the right thing to do what we're trying to do here, it still feels a bit alien to you because you haven't really, now you're focused on getting on the right leg, it's it's a lot of things at once. So yeah, the main thing is that when you go through the ball here on this one, you have to make sure your body weight is, so you feel the weight on your right leg. Then you have more control and stability here. So try to be a little bit close to the ball in terms of your body and your head.
Okay.
Yes. And then, bump. Yes, that's the one, nice, nice. And wrist, and quick wrist on impact. Go through, within the right leg. Okay, that's better. Okay, yeah, no, it's a little bit better, better. So, and then what you want to work on is that at the impact, you see here, so you go through the ball with the wrist. Now it's a little bit like with the arm here, so you want to make sure, zip, like that you can like stab it or
a little mini chop.
Yeah, exactly, mini chop, like, but the chop goes more like forward.
Right, okay.
So you see, bump, bump, bump.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, okay, nice. Good. Good. Yes, good, good. That one was better, then you go through. So you don't want to go down, you want to go zip through. Yeah, so you're more into table wrist. Yes, good. Good, okay, you see now you're putting a little bit weight on the ball. Nice. Good.
Totally.
Yes, yes. Funny timing. Need the ball, now. Good. Need the ball. Yes. Need the ball, now. Yes. So you see, you're fine when it's like a little bit more like around this area.
Right.
When it's here, then you start doing this.
Okay.
So then you have to be more here.
Move more that way, laterally.
Yes. Good. Okay. Okay. Within the right leg, wide. Ooh, that's so nice. You see, good. Sorry. Nice. Good. Good. This one is really nice because here you don't go in too high. You start low and then it's here.
Okay.
So because when you have to understand also, if you're going too high and the ball is here, then go all the way here and then try to find a timing.
Too much time.
Yeah. But if you start close to the ball, you only have to focus on this one. So you see that, let's say I ball is here. You see, I'm going, yeah, here. Here. I don't have to do that. Instead of going, this is like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Good, and then quick. So what happens sometimes when it's hard, with it hard to maybe find a touch and grab,
Yeah.
is because you start okay and then you go maybe like this, like hook knee.
Right.
So you want to be on that angle where you only have to focus on this part, so you never have to go like a half circle.
Okay.
So then you just bump here, or if the ball is here, bump here. If the ball is really wide here, that be somewhere maybe around here.
Okay.
Yes. That's a nice one. Good. Yeah, good. And then quick impact. Good. Good spin. Nice. Good. Yeah, very nice. Good. Okay. Good. Now, good. And then quick. Go through the ball with wrist. Yes, there you go. You can now put some weight on it. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So you can do the same thing even on this one. You can do the side of the ball. Yes. Yes. Wrist. Yes. Okay. Nice. But now it's better. Now you're more reactive, like because the right leg, so it's better. I'm gonna go to your back in a little bit. So you see there. So what happens now in the back receive is that when you receive backhand, you start okay. As soon as you contact the ball, you go like this. So you lose a lot of momentum and pressure on the ball.
Okay.
So when the ball, even if I know that the ball curves out, it's a bit uncomfortable, but you still want to zip push through that one at the same time. So it's in a sense where, can you make like the hook serve or something, like you come up to my backhand and I show you? So you'll see that even if you make that ball, it curves outside the table, and then you see here. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, yeah, but anyway, so it's just that when you get the short one, then you just go zip, like flat,
Right.
or here, and then you just have big foot and impact.
Okay.
Very good.
So take it more quicker off the first bounce.
Yeah, so you can take it, sometimes it doesn't, if you're able to sometimes right off the bounce, okay, that's great, but just maybe ride it like at its highest peak for that one. So you don't take the ball and start like slowing down and
Right.
almost hit get for a second bounce.
Okay.
Go more forward a wrist. Yes, that's okay, better. So wherever let's say now you're gonna aim the ball to come here at the time, but you want to make sure that your wrist also moves in that direction.
Okay.
So pay attention to your wrist so it doesn't go here, so it doesn't go zip, there it's zip. Okay. And you tap it under the ball. Yes.
I'm too late.
No, so what happens now is that you start hit and then you hit like this.
Oh.
So you like a thick touch.
Should be the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
So you
straight.
yeah, clean all the way.
Clean, okay.
Yes, a little better, and then quick. Yeah, see then you get and left like this.
Okay.
A little better, a little better. Okay, okay, as soon as you take some balls. So there was one right before was good. No, but this, you don't want to draw and find the touch, like in the receiver like that.
Right.
So my goal with this, is it just so I can make you feel at least a couple of times when you get a good touch.
Yeah.
Then you try to like really emphasize that. So you
Okay.
can chase that touch whenever you play with your friends or whatnot.
Okay.
Now we haven't played for so long, but in general, do you have any like opinions so far, like on the lesson or my coaching, like that?
No, it's good. I mean, I take lessons with Matt, so you're kind of in the same vein as he is.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Especially, getting closer to the ball,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you have to get, put your leg under the table,
Yeah.
find that balance,
Yeah.
and get closer to it.
Yeah,
Gives you
yeah.
more stability and
Yeah.
it brings up your consistency.
Yeah, exactly. Do you feel like you hesitate a lot? I mean, not in terms of when you play with friends, but in terms of what we're doing with receives now. Do you feel like you hesitate a lot when you go in and so on?
Yeah, because I probably get caught in my brain trying to figure out what spins on it and
Oh,
how
I
I
see,
should
I see.
receive it.
Okay.
Just processing information faster.
I see. Okay. No, it just, in terms of whether you do the wrong or the right thing, you still want to make sure you're committed. Like if you decide to do something, you just simply have to go with it.
Right.
So I know, I'm sure Matt has said that as well.
Yeah.
It's just in terms of where you don't have the luxury because it goes so fast in table tennis.
Right.
The other thing is that when you do it wrong, but you're still committed, okay, but then the moments you're gonna do it right when you're committed, you're just gonna get a lot of confidence also.
Right.
Because if you do it the right way, but you're hesitant, that means that even you don't really believe in yourself, even when you're doing it the correct way, you know.
Right.
And you need to get that adrenaline when you do it right.
Yeah.
You like really like just like this.
Yeah, locked in.
Yeah. So yes, we can do a little bit more of the backhand one.
Okay.
So in terms of when you meet the ball with the back, it's this part is really sometimes when you end up hitting. I can see this, but you can almost
Okay.
you can see your own like forehand rubber.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you don't see the forehand rubber at all.
Okay.
When you hit, you see, you can't see the forehand rubber, you just bump it.
Right.
So you look on the side, for you to get a lot of rotation on the ball, you're very limited on how much rotation you get if you hit it here. The
Right.
second thing is that ball might fly anywhere. But here, you can like put so much rotation on the ball. If you
Right.
go clean here all the way.
Okay.
The reason why it's tough now is not that you're not trying or you're not thinking that you're doing the right thing. It's one way you have a hard time controlling the wrist right now. It's like you start here and then bump, the wrist goes to the one doesn't bump.
Okay.
Yeah. Smooth flat. Yes, that's one, nice. Better. Ooh. So you have to think of it, if you were to look at your watch like this, I mean in general, that's where you want to be when you receive.
Okay.
So you don't want to be here,
Okay.
you want to look at your watch all the way.
Okay. What about like footwork on this? You're still stepping in with the right?
Yeah, so I would step in with the right leg and like that, yeah, because I don't wanna, in general, for example, if let's say I wanna receive 40, I go in Okay, so if I'm a righty, if I go in receive forehand, I like to know my right leg.
Okay.
If I want to flick, I want to be close to the ball.
Right.
So if I'm with my left leg,
Yeah.
I'm further away and want to flick, so it gets
Right.
awkward. So yeah, you try to want to be with your right leg when you go in.
Okay.
Because even if you go with your right leg, you can just push back really quick.
Right.
Like that, yeah. Little back. Look at the watch all the way with the wrist. The watch. A little better. Flat racket. Flat racket. Yeah, now it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
You can hear that sound a little better. Ooh, okay. With the ball, under the ball, all the way. Yes, now it's better.
I tried not to. The previous one I rotated, I felt it. The one I tried to keep
Yeah,
straight.
that one's better. Good. Jeff, what we can do now, I want to see what is it you want to learn in terms of serves. Like, what is it you're looking for?
Trying to get under off pendulum.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes. So you can only what? You can only do side fall?
No, my underspin is more like a tomahawk or whatever, so like that. It's so horrible.
Yes. The thing is with I see you a little bit of your game before, also in playing out. There's nothing wrong in terms of you have to be the best without a doubt. The main issue is that you don't even know how to capitalize on it or use it the right way. So in a sense, like you have this quality you could have a lot of advantage in, but you don't know like when to use it, where to use it. So in terms of working on like a very good feeling,
So
you
when
have
you
to
do a short
exercise the
serve-
wrist a lot whenever you play for that. You've seen, in a sense, when you talk about you do this, you have a little bit of backing with the wrist, and some other things you don't use the wrist at all. But if you can practice using the wrist in every single motion, I mean, in terms of where you're supposed to, you can't receive and serve.
Right.
You get exercise like 24/7,
Right.
and it's going to be more flexible after a while.
Right.
So in terms of the serves, you have to make sure that you also understand that there's two motions in a tender, in any serve that matter. This part is just get up to speed, so the wrist works way better.
Right.
So now when you serve with the underspin, you just end up like this. You only use the arm. If you want more underspin, it's like 1, 2. See, different sound, right? So it's like 1, so then bump. I think a wrist of impact. So it's I think for some underspin, it's this part here. If you want it on this side, it's you accelerate and go somewhere. Accelerate and then wrist here.
But are you serving under sometimes when you're bring it into your body or whatever?
Yeah, so I mean, I mainly like just do like heavy side under. I do this side up also. You can see here, for example. Oh, sorry. But you see, this is side under.
Yeah.
So then you see here, wrist. And you see that I get going with spin. So you don't need to start with a high pulse. It's simply that when you do make this serve, it's an impact. Aggressive with the wrist.
Okay.
But even when you're aggressive, you have to make sure you don't hit the ball too hard like that. You
Yeah.
have to be
Pushing it.
yeah, exactly. And the way to do it is in terms of like serves in general, it's not only the wrist, and it's like sometimes even how you stand or how you especially how you throw the ball.
Yeah.
So you see when I throw the ball, I don't throw like back and I end up doing here.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to focus on the throw like you're telling someone to come to you, like you see like this,
Right.
you see here.
Right.
Then you only focus on this part.
Okay.
If you throw it back, then you focus on so many
Right.
different things. for that matter.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So you see that I can show you from this, and so you see, it's really close. Right.
Right.
I'm here at the contact.
Right.
Yeah. So yes. So when I show for the camera, see, it's like here, really close.
Right.
So I don't go here this time.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So you make sure that in the beginning so you just, if you want to do like the basics first, maybe step by step, you just focus on throwing the ball, and work on the wrist.
Okay.
Right? So I don't even use the arm. Yeah, exactly, like that. Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you bring in the arm and then wrist at impact. You can try.
I'm okay with side top on this serve, but
Yeah.
the under is not.
I see.
It's very
So I can
uncomfortable.
see your, just do your penalty so I can see what's. That's a good side top. So when it comes with the side under, so let's say you're standing there serving. So then you want to go through. So let's say this is your right hand, my left. You want to go through here, for that matter.
Okay.
Now you're going through. So it's just about the angle. So think about the angle has to go through all the way, like completely side under. I mean, easy said and done. But so it doesn't change anything on the way. So it's just like you see here, you see, and then you get side under.
Right.
So if I do a slow-mo version of the side under, you see that it doesn't change anything on the way, right?
Right.
So when you try to make the side under, perhaps what you're doing is that you go, you see, you change at the last second.
Yeah.
So you want to press it really clean all the way. Right?
So I'm converting it to side top.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can try. So focus on the side under wall. So you just focusing on that the angle is all the way. Just in the beginning, it's like okay. So it is to make sure that if you would hold the ball, that okay, you can feel that submit, just know that it's like completely here.
Okay.
Yeah, down. So it has to be. So in turn, it has to be somewhere here.
Right.
Here. So when you're hitting somewhere here, then it gets tough. So you go through here, the ball.
Right.
Yes.
So the best I'm doing right now is just side
Yes,
and not getting much under
yeah,
them.
yeah. Relaxing the wrist a bit back. Yes. Okay. And quick wrist. Yes. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a good start. Okay.
So what do you think you did wrong?
Is that top?
Yeah, it's like pure side or okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, and just work on the quick on the wrist. Then you have the side on. Yes. Good. Yeah. See? Good, good.
Okay. Can I improve it by snapping into my body though?
So I don't really. I mean, sometimes I also use this like snap to the body. But you want to press to make sure it goes through, so you don't have to stop like midway.
Right.
You want to make sure you get use of all that snap or acceleration.
Right, okay.
So sometimes when people, that's maybe also why you do side top is you go like this,
Yeah.
then you get side top.
Yeah.
Here, so you want to pull like forward and maybe down for that matter.
Okay.
So you pull forward and down, you won't really risk as much of
Well, you gotta-
hitting.
So your arm is just hitting your body, but then the motion of
Yeah,
your paddle is
exactly.
still
Yeah,
on.
yeah. So you see, there's no sound when I hit.
Okay.
So you can feel the spin. You can see also when you
You
can.
go where that towel is, you go here.
Whoa.
So, what you should be doing.
I want that.
Yeah. So maybe a little bit, it's barely, like I managed to go through all the way, right? So it's like, yeah. Sometimes I do end up hitting a little bit, but in general, just try to make sure you get, it's fine if you hit as long as you manage to go through all the way with that acceleration. And yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty good touch.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Towel is here, you want the towel, you wanna get here. The towel is here, you wanna get here. Anywhere between here and here.
Hey,
You wanna be as
sorry.
close to this, you don't have to be on the line, but close
So
to
then the
it.
other thing, base to control is that
That's where you're.
now when you're hitting, it's a little bit here, then it's a little bit tougher. It's a bigger wrist, so you might play top spin when you hit the ball here. So you wanna, you wanna be closer.
Closer,
See,
okay.
here.
Okay.
So you wanna make sure you wanna press on, see, and then bring up the arm and be
If
here.
they're playing here on the middle,
Yes.
they're gonna get to it. You know, if they play over here, and they're at the middle, they gotta move their feet to get to it. And so, you wouldn't be going, your first shot wouldn't be going down the line here. Even if they serve it here, they go cross court.
Relaxing the wrist. Oops.
What about the grip?
Yeah, so I have like a homemade grip. I hold like this.
Okay.
So it's very different. So
Okay.
if you feel comfortable, that also works.
Okay.
Just make sure that,
Let's say,
I think with your thumb, you want to have the thumb up high. So
Oh.
if you have it too much like this, you have the tension here. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
down
So
the
it's
line.
high.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
Thumb up
really,
high. Yeah.
not here.
Yeah, okay, yeah, this side under, nice.
That way they have to move. And depending on how big the good movement is. how
But
long
isn't-
they are playing,
Don't you have to be kind of be careful where it's kind of just a fishing motion
then
or a casting motion or whatever?
Oh, you mean in terms of feet or what it is?
Yeah, in terms of technique, like if you get too risky and you don't have like enough snap of your arm or whatever, your forearm,
if you're using all your power,
combination of both.
Yeah,
and you're going down the
it's just
line,
like, okay, so even like the best player, they can have issues. You can see, let's say it's like clutch, it's like 9-9 in the deuce or whatever, or 10-10, yeah. You can see a lot of serve tends to pop out because it's hard to keep the nerves in check, like even for the best players in the world. You can see a lot of balls here getting in and out. But it's more in a sense where you simply want to press on the speed of the wrist. Sometimes you might, it's not really like easy, it's just the use of that speed. You can't get enough rotation, obviously. So something you might be like, oh, I'm not getting enough spin. I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but maybe it's just that you're not explosive enough.
The reason why it was short here, they basically didn't have enough power. It went long, then it had enough power to do it. So here,
It's like right under the balls, yeah, you want to be more, yes. So you want
Yeah,
to
Matt always tells me, you finish going down, you kind of need to finish like even flat or on the back.
yeah, exactly. So you don't want to stop, you want to go through. So you see here, see, I go through, right?
Right.
Foul with the wrist.
and so you lost the game and you lose the first.
So the reason for the top spin is that when you serve, you start okay. Then at impact, you go here.
Oh,
So you want to go all the way like this.
okay. So what's your angle for under?
Yeah, so
like that?
if I do pure under, I mean like I have like this when I do side under, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you just want to make sure you go through all the way here so it doesn't change like this. Then you get top spin here. When you drag, you see like this. So you want to make sure you press on this motion.
Okay.
So we do play like sort of here, and then you make sure everything's, you want to feel like this part, you go through here.
Oh, okay, then here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, nice. Okay, good start, good start.
The reason why was that first of all,
Okay, oh, that was sound good. Nice.
no. Did you? Okay.
Relaxing the wrist.
Your body wasn't
Relaxing.
even balanced. when you hit it. Okay. What I'm saying is, you're hitting it and you're still moving. Your body's still moving. You have to be completely balanced. Okay. To at a stop. But if your body's still moving, why hit it the way you hit it? You can't hit it like with any authority the way you hit it. But if you already committed here, now you can hit it. You can hit it down the line, you can hit it across court like you were trying to hit it.
Yeah.
But the way you were doing it, you were actually moving.
You have a sense for, I mean, since you've seen the video on how you want the angle, so you'll be able to see also the technique that something end up going here or you end up going too much like this.
Off the style area.
Yeah. So it's more to make it to simplify in the beginning. You can just press on, just make it simple first.
Okay.
And then when you feel like you can do this very well, okay, then you next step. Okay. So first you just press on the wrist, so you have a clean wrist all the way, so it doesn't change or anything like that. And then you can side under. Yeah. If it also makes you feel better, like okay, so the most difficult serve to learn is the reverse pendulum. Second to that is a good pendulum serve for that matter. So the easiest one, that's why you see a lot of people have the hook serve or the tomahawk or back, because they're much easier for that matter. The reason why for example, the hook serve is much easier because you can just use your whole body and you get help here. Here is not really that much help unless here. So you have so much control with everything that's going on all around. So that's why.
I feel like I can do like all the serves, but I'm not super good at any of them.
Not exactly. But the thing is, if you just run like with all this, you don't have that much. You do like with side under. If you focus, if you have the knife with side or side, if you can make it long there and short here, that's not change a lot.
Okay.
So in terms of, it's not always about having multiple different serves in terms of like the reverse or the it's more about how many combinations you have in one.
Right.
So even for like also, he has three. It's like the back, or the main ones is like the back and serve and the tomahawk.
Right.
But his back and serve is so good. He can make it short. He can make it long down the line or here, and side top and side under. So in terms of even if he doesn't have the side top for now, if you can focus on, for example, let's say you can make a short one straight, like straight here, like really wide, then you can make one really long also. And people who's gonna receive work because they're not sure, oh, is it gonna sort of short here or long here or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you can work on creativity there, but okay, can you make a short one really wide here or half long? And can you make one long down the line or long cross for that matter?
Right.
Because then it's really
So after 2
hard to
years,
tell what you're gonna do with
okay,
this.
my rule
Then
is
people
somebody
will
gets
receive
to me
way worse.
the same spot twice.
Is there any other serve you also want to work on? I like that.
So like yeah, I think like if I play like at least when I play I'll do one set will be backhand serve, one set will be hook or set up from over this side, or the other serve will be pendulum or whatever. When I'm warmed up and like flowing, I can have short to the wide backhand and I can move it around the place. I don't know if it's better just to stick with backhand or just to stick with pendulum. So I see like a lot of better players that just stay with one serve.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like to like switch up a lot.
Yeah.
Always switch up between my
Yeah.
and it's like people don't work so much in serve and shit for that matter. And the other thing maybe I like having a lot of variation. They get couple ones or have this one, have that one, and so on. So, I mean, a big part of my game is that I work a lot on my serve.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. So the thing is that there's nothing wrong with you doing like a lot of different serve, but you have to pay attention to what's after that.
Right.
You have no clue, like, oh, I have no idea, I'm just gonna wing it.
Right. Yeah.
But for example, when I do this heavy one against Adviet, it is, okay, a lot of them he just pushing it out like that, but then I know for sure he cannot push short. So, and I just need one slow half one long, I can rip the ball for that.
Okay.
So there's always like a thing I have in my head why I'm doing this.
Right.
And when I do the tomahawk, okay, if they dig it up, okay, I can counter.
Right.
So it's not about planning, you're fine with a maybe opening up, worst case, you're fine with it. Do all the different serves how you want.
Right.
Because you get to play different balls also, it doesn't matter. But then if you find something that you're putting really doesn't like, okay, stick to that a little bit more. No reason to change too much.
Right. Okay.
You can try a lot of different
Anything else in your mind you want to do besides like serve and receive? And like that? I don't want to continue, but I was like, if there's anything else you also want to do, you can.
Yeah, 1,000 things.
That, no, I would not work on that shot.
I don't know.
That's not your shot.
You know, play like a couple points and you can like break down what I'm doing wrong or something like that.
I was thinking,
Well,
the main thing is that I want to see a little bit on how you handle if you get a short or long one in your
Now,
time.
but
So I
see,
want to do
you're
a
totally
little more
out of
match
position.
like, that's what about now.
So
So
let's
I
say
was either
first
short or
does
long
it,
before.
and then you
Okay,
move
so then I
it
want to
up.
see what you compare if it is long or if it is short. Okay.
Okay.
Because though it is
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
And the only way they can get it back to you is to go up.
But Jeff, you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living?
I'm kind of retired now. I was a small business owner. We did commercial exterior services, mostly like construction cleanup, parking lot sweeping, pressure washing, stuff like that. Started off with a couple trucks and went up to like 50 employees.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Last year I found out I had cancer, so I sold my business.
Oh,
It's not your fault.
I know, but still, like,
Yeah,
you're a
it
nice
sucks.
guy, so yeah.
It sucks.
So, but how much are you allowed to play or able to play?
I play almost every day. Yeah, I feel like it's good for me to keep moving, and I'll know when it's getting really bad when I can't play anymore or whatever. So
He would do, his were like this.
I try to keep moving, and I like the exercise. It's the funnest exercise I ever done.
Yeah, that's good to hear, yeah. No, I think people underestimate how nice of a social sport table tennis is. Like, you don't have to fight anyone, you can just talk and, like on the distance, so it's like COVID distance also, so it's perfect. Yeah. But other than that, in terms of, so the reason why the exercise we do now is so important, it's gonna sound easy, but it's really difficult. A lot of people, your level, even higher level, like 2,000, their patience is not very good. They try to like cheat a little bit. But I think he's gonna do a short or a long one.
Right.
So, and that works to a certain type of level. Yeah. So what you want to think about, because I'm going to say either long in your forehand or short in your forehand.
Okay.
So for you to be good on the in general with exercise, you have to understand that if you get a short ball, that's one of the slowest balls you're ever going to get when you play.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense that you go
You have to make it.
it might feel like that's like, I don't want to be late, but your job is not to make like a crazy short receiver play. So you only need to make it okay or decent long push. So if you always want to put every single ball, no matter if you play like 10, 20 or 100 balls in a row, every single ball, I have to see if it's a long one first. As soon as you don't say it's not a long one, then you go bang.
What are your cues for picking that up?
Yeah, so it's more in a sense where when I'm at my peak, when I feel like I'm really in the zone, sometimes it's also an experience, like I can tell with the body language or that they get stressed and they just want to do whatever, but it's probably going to come a long one out. So I'm not always like a forehand player, so I feel like that's why I'm most like this one. Like I'm fast enough to come here and I want to step around if it's a long
They won't allow it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But for you in that matter, it's fine if, for example, let's say you were more like all around here, more here. Because you might not be fast enough to rip the one when it comes here. It's fine, just like turn the straight on that one. But in terms of the cues on for you, it's more sense where you just simply have to see like the way the ball bounces when it leaves my rack, and then you start reacting. You don't start moving like before I even the ball and just throw it up and just and here.
And you're obviously good enough to keep the motion similar, so I can't really tell by your motion.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna try it out a little bit. We're just gonna see what time it is.
Now, what makes you this is your head.
Yes.
Not your angle, it's your head. Because I think you could have got that. I think you could have got this point right here. Well,
Going through.
you're trying to go wide.
So in general, when you want to be a little bit distant, like just
Too close?
Yeah.
Why did you go
So
wide?
it's tough when the ball comes really deep,
Right.
because I'm gonna make them quite deep a lot of times.
Right.
So you make sure you have this so you don't feel. Otherwise, you're gonna feel so stressed if it's long and you're this close.
Okay, interesting,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you're thinking, that's what
You see?
you're
Better.
thinking more.
Still better.
Remember,
So spin.
you hit that twice in the same area, like that.
Good.
Why? Because the other person is waiting for you to either screw up or they can
Good.
do it backwards. They can come here and hit it down the line.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
They're not gonna hit it back to you unless they want
Get
to.
out. Be sure to get out table after every shot.
Teach them the ball.
Nice. Nice. Good. Ready?
Ah! No, I was not ready.
So the other thing is, also when you I'm sure you also had this moment like right before contact, like servicing the ball,
Right.
you start moving a little bit.
Yeah.
So you want to do the same thing here. Like you don't just want to set the
Right.
and then move, and then you have to restart the body.
Right.
So right before it's like I'm gonna hit the ball, you have to do a little bit like
Right on my
yeah,
feet.
exactly, yeah. But also the better. I see that you're a little more patient as long as you have the distance. Ready? Ready? Nice. Good. Ready?
Your head, your backhand, is best.
Nice. Good.
You got the most confidence in your guy.
It's a big difference, right?
Yeah.
It's much
I guess getting further away from the table makes me think that short one, I'm gonna not be able to get or
Yeah,
whatever.
right? Yeah. So then you'll see that now when you look at red, you look way more sharp than like that. So that helps a lot also. These first swings are huge,
You moved out of position.
as you can tell.
Yeah.
But now the ball, you didn't miss any of the forearms and the long ones. Good.
Still there. No, actually, I don't, okay, when I use my backhand,
Ready?
I don't use top.
Legs.
I try to hit the ball flat.
Nice.
So it's not gonna curve unless I mishit it like this. I
Oh.
probably won't get the ball over.
Good. Spin.
I just know what my backhand does.
Spin.
The only stuff I
Yes.
feel comfortable
So,
with is
when it
going
comes to
back
spin
to
orientation
the
in
same
general,
area.
so
I
when
will
the back
pull it
inserts a
to
little bit
try
of
that,
this
so
rotation,
sometimes I don't go like that.
so
I don't use it.
when you're able to hit a little bit on the side of the ball, you go against it, it's so much easier to grab. When you hit it right on,
I
some
will
is
do,
tougher.
so when
Yeah.
it's here,
So especially when you
Then
go
I'll
against it, you have a huge advantage if you you know where to hit.
And it'll have a lot of velocity.
So
It won't
if
have
you get
spin,
this
but it'll have velocity.
backhand serve, or what it would be, that would be a right-handed, like a pendulum touch. If you can hit it on the side, it's more.
Are you good at
Okay.
So yes, so it's
I think subconsciously I'm starting to realize that more. But with the backhand, would you say it's the same thing, just the inverse?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I haven't really come to that.
Yeah, we can try that also later. No problems. Yeah. So you can show me.
But you gotta realize when you do this, you can't be moving. You gotta be already in position.
Spin on this. Yes, good. Nice. Okay, ready? Go back. Good. Move. Ready? Relax. Don't stress. Look at the ball. Look at the ball. Nice. What do you think about this exercise?
Good. Yeah.
Have you done it before?
Not quite.
Let's see.
Not quite, but it's good. Yeah.
I can show you a little bit also with the back.
One of the mistakes is
Okay.
Because when it comes to the side of it, if you get to deal with a really heavy pure underspin, let's say in your backhand or another, or in your forehand, if you do it on the side, it's much easier to grab that ball. Because if it's pure underspin, sure, sometimes I hit like clean, sometimes I hook, I do a bit differently. Anyway, so when you get an underspin on you, the ball swings this way, right? So if you're right under the ball, you're just adding more spin. If there's a lot of rotation on the ball and you're late, it's going to take a lot of good technique and timing or touch to help get that one up.
Yeah.
But if you cheat a little bit and on the side, it's so much easier to grab. Same thing with back. If you feel like you have a lot of issue, maybe to open on underspin with your back, you a lot of times right under the ball. When you're more on the side, you can grab it. The ball just flies. So we do some heavy under your backhand, and your job is to hit the ball on the left side. Okay. Bend the wrist first. Sort below the ball. Yes. Yes, good. Bring down the racket first. Yes. So in terms of you have to make sure that because when you're forward, you have that swing, it's really good. Yeah. But when you play with the back, you already start in front, just here. When I start from here, like closer to the ball, and then you want to hit it in front. Also see here. Because here you don't get enough momentum or traction, but here it's a
Backhand to me on this side.
Oh, I forgot to. I'm gonna cancel.
Oh, okay.
But we'll do it online. Like it's fine.
The Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Bring it down. Good. Bring it down, go side, and then out in front. You see now the sound is better. Good. Good. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Don't lean back. Lean forward still. Good.
And if you're gonna commit like you did, you got
Down.
to be there.
Yes. Okay. So now it's better. See? Yeah.
I just need to go down.
Yeah, exactly. So down we need to go here, like see here, instead of here. So here, and then you have all this time to accelerate.
Go ahead.
When you start in the front, you only have this much.
I just feel like in a match I don't have that much time to go down, but I probably do.
Yeah, so yeah,
No,
you
I-
can do that. You just, in a sense where you bring down and then just quick on your way up. And it's sometimes it's also a thing when it comes to underspin. If you feel this really rough, this is something that you maybe should do all the time. But if you get a really deep fast one, sometimes you obviously don't have all the time to do all this stuff. Then start taking right off the bounce. So I'm gonna show you. So if you try to push one deep in my backhand, in your forehand, and you see like how early I take it. Oh yeah, here. Oh, no worries. You see, and it's not easy to grab also.
Oh, okay.
So if you get a ball that you don't have to touch this one, but this one here, you have a lot of time.
Right.
But if you get like this one, then it's right off the bounce.
Okay.
So you try to make sure with the wrist, you don't even go down very much, just right off the bounce. That
Okay.
one. So we're gonna work on that a little bit.
Okay.
Deep ones. You see?
Yeah.
Nice. Bring it down with the wrist. Now, yes. And down. And early. Yes. Down with the wrist. And early. Yes. Down. Yes. Now. You see? And then just bring with the wrist. Yes. Bring with the wrist. Up. And start below the ball still with the wrist. Yes. And grab bounce. Now. Good. Up. Below and wrist. Yes. Below and wrist. You see? You see take
Well,
it
we
out,
have to
right?
replace the batteries.
I'd rather have you miss the ball goes on the table than you put it in the net.
Okay.
Because if you miss the table, you maybe
They
miss
will.
this much.
Yeah.
Even if
Depends on
you
how-
ride
how
below
you
the
charge.
net, you'll miss by this much
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
table.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially
Okay.
every few days.
So this is one thing when you get deep ones like that, you
Yeah.
have time just right off the bounce.
Okay.
When you have time, okay, then you go low.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing, it's sometimes hard to find that timing with the
Right.
Every time you have to do this, or on course you have to do this.
Yeah.
All depends on what kind of ball you're getting.
Okay.
So we'll do like this before we finish. I give you one, like where you have time, you have a longer motion.
Okay.
And then I give you one really deep fast one, you just right below and right off the bounce.
Okay.
So when I say slow, that means I give you like a slow ball. When I say fast, it means it's right off the bounce. Okay.
Okay.
Slow, fast, nice, slow, fast, slow, fast, nice, slow, fast, slow, fast, good, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow,
You should have told me on that one.
slow,
Got it?
fast. Relax in the wrist. Slow, fast. Slow, yes, fast. Yeah, so you start getting it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel like there made any difference?
Yeah, I've never done that one.
No,
before.
that's good, that's great. So, just in terms of with the back, you start showing on the camera, when you have time, okay, then you have to start from here. You don't want to start here,
Yeah.
then you have too much tension,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't have enough time to accelerate a lot. That's why sometimes the ball might even go out, because you're just lifting it from there. But here you get way better grip. If you start from here and you're really quick with the wrist and the tap, you're good. When you get really fast one in the backhand, just super fast, you start below with the wrist and it's right off the bounce. Just get that little touch, then you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, I appreciate it,
Yeah.
man. Do I pay you or Matt?
Matt.
Okay.
Jason, have you been to like Europe or before?
Yeah, I was just there this summer.
Really, right?
We did just like a cruise. We went to Rome and then went to Turkey and Greece and the Mediterranean, Sicily, ended up in Barcelona.
How did you like it?
That's good. I've been there before.
Oh, you have.
I've done a lot of traveling.
Oh,
yeah. I've been kind of all over.
Because you put a lot of
I love
backspin
it
on
over
it.
there. It's nice.
Cheaper also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom used to work in like the airline industry, so when I was a little kid, we could fly for free or whatever. So she would always take us
damn.
different places. Yeah.
But do you still in like America the most, like in general?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. At my age and my situation, I don't know. I'm still now, but you know, there's a lot of places that are nice.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite place in Europe, like in terms of Europe, like that?
I like Greece a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you like Santorini and all these?
Yeah.
Is it that beautiful as it say, or is it like overrated?
I think my favorite place this time was this place called Chiano.
I haven't heard of that.
It's like a little. I'd have to look it up on the map. Just a cute little town or whatever. A lot of big yachts were at the harbor and stuff.
Okay.
But I just love the food over there.
I
Like my wife, you know, loves seafood, and I do too. They have lots of good fresh seafood over there. I haven't, no.